Rival of Ossie Davis's Pearly Victorious, a non-Confederate romp through the cotton patch. Set in the late 1950s on a plantation in the Jim Crow South, the hilarious story follows a preacher played by Leslie Odom Jr. and his love interest played by Kara Young in their quest to buy and integrate the local church. I recently talked with Kenny Leon about why this is a story people need to hear now. Kenny Leon, thank you very much for coming to the show.
It's great to be here.
So this is the first Broadway revival of the play Pearly Victorious since it premiered in 1961. Why did it take so long?
It's political satire. And when you look at those words, it's like, oh, is it safe to talk about that now? Is that okay? Oh, he's using that word. It's a farce on racism. And, that's challenging. But when I look at it, I think it's a love letter that Ossie Davis Jr. wrote in 1961. He wrote it to us 62 years later. He wrote about now, then. And so when I see it, I say every generation has to fight for democracy. And this is about standing and fighting for democracy. And he embraced all those things that black artists have been champions of forever, our dance, our move, our comedy, our drama, and he put it in one evening.
I'm so glad you said that, because I was sitting there the entire time thinking, wait, was this not written now? Because if you had not told me Ossie Davis wrote this, that it was more than 60 years old, I wouldn't have believed you.
Exactly. Every time I do a revival, I did a Raisin in the Sun on Broadway, I did Fences on Broadway. But so when I look at plays, I say, how does it affect us sitting in the seats today? So we've been through a racial awakening, we've been through the pandemic, we've been through the last 3 or 4 presidential terms. What does this say to us now? And I think this play reminds us, like, what's good about America. Mm-hmm. We got to fight for what's good about America. And what I love every night, to sit down and watch black and brown and white folks sit there and laugh together. For the last few years, we've forgotten how to laugh. If someone's different politically or religiously, it's like, oh, I can't say this, I can't be with them, I can't laugh with them. It's like we're human, we're flawed, we're raw, let's laugh. And I think when people see the play, they laugh. But when they get home, they think about it. Mm-hmm. How well do I know my neighbor? What's my relationship to my church, my friends, my enemies? So,
are we laughing in the same spots though? And I ask that because I bet we're thinking of the same thing. Towards the end in the church, when they're setting up the church, comes out with the folding chair, and half the audience is laughing its butt off, and the other half is not. Now, the folding chair thing didn't happen in 1961, but it just... did you add that aspect?
Absolutely. There's several things I've added to make it feel now. Number one, I added the clothes rack in the beginning. So I have the actors walk out and they put on each other's garments and they kiss and hug each other. And they're black and white folks to say, hey, we're friends, we're human. So that gives the audience permission to laugh. So I added that. So in the end, that folding chair was like, no, that's a recent thing that half the audience, some nights, no one gets it. Other nights, it's like, what is that? What is that? But the play is built in a way that when you go home, that's when I want you to think.
Mm-hmm. There are some lines. There's so many great lines in this that, I carry a notebook with me wherever I go. And there are 2 lines that just jumped out at me. First one was, being colored is fun if ain't nobody looking. Was it listening or looking?
Looking, right. When nobody looking, right.
When nobody's looking. And the other one was, some of the best pretending in the world is done in front of white folks.
Yeah, so there's a lot of truth. There's a lot of truth in comedy, and there's a lot of sadness in comedy, and vice versa. So the play does that. It's like, oh, am I laughing at that? Yeah. It's a line that says, what's wrong with running? It freed more people than Abraham Lincoln ever did.
Yes.
But the whole play is about racing to get to the church. So if you notice the tempo and the pace of the play that Leslie Odom Jr., who's doing a great job, and Kara Young.
Seriously.
But it's like it starts fast, but that gets the audience like, okay, I don't want to miss anything. And it's racing. And I did it without an intermission. In 1961, they had an intermission. Ooh. I did it without an intermission because I wanted to get to the church. So it was like we're laughing, getting to the church, and the truth comes out. And I feel the play is also unapologetically black, while not disrespecting any other race or culture. And if you had had that last scene, the first scene, the audience wouldn't have been there. But having it the last scene, it brings people together. And they said, you know what? A fight for black folks is a fight for all folks. It's a fight for gay, it's a fight for trans, it's a fight for women. It's like America should be the place for all of us. Freedom for all. And I think Pearly Victorious just allows us to sit and laugh and dream of what's possible. Because every decade, it becomes more and more urgent for us to live out, to be our true selves, our true beauty. And Ossie Davis was such a wonderful man. My first Broadway show, this is my 14th. Next year will be with Our Town, it'll be my 15th. And Ruby Dee and Ossie Davis were present at the rehearsal of my first Broadway show, which was A Raisin in the Sun, the production with Sean Combs. And they gave me notes to know, like, okay, when we did it in '59, this is what we did, but you go and do that thing. And just to know that he was writing Pearly Victorious when he was understudying for A Raisin in the Sun, and his wife was on stage performing, that he was writing this play. And then all these years later, I get to bring that play to Broadway. I just think there's a God, and I think I have a responsibility to keep fighting for freedom and democracy.
What a legacy you're continuing, and what a legacy you are creating for yourself. Kenny Leon, thank you very much for coming to the show.
Oh, thank you. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thank you.